Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of On the Bench with Preston Futsal Club. Thank you for tuning in, and I've got an announcement to make before we kick off this episode. I've got James Ignatidis with me, who is going to be joining me for the rest of the series as a co-host presenting On the Bench with Preston Futsal Club. So James, thank you for joining me.
No worries, Gemma. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. So now it's going to make my life a lot easier with talking about the segments with you, James. We can obviously bounce off each other. So why don't you introduce what we've got in store for the guys tonight?
Yep. So we've got our first segment, which is key moments, and that's pretty much just reaching into the archives at Preston Futsal Club and finding little moments in our history just to share with everyone else. Meet the players. That's pretty much where random players from the senior men's and the senior women's, and they're just introducing themselves to everyone for people that don't know them. Stranded on an island, where a player from Preston has to choose 2 people to be stranded on an island with, and Emilio's interview.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to see the Stranded on the Island answers, because I'm sure there's going to be a few combinations in there that are very questionable. So looking forward to that. Now, you said there's a new segment, which is key moments in Preston's history, and that's what we're going to roll into next. Right. So guys, just to set the picture here, set the tone, it was late 2017 when Preston was just a men's team, and this is well before your time, James. James actually came on last season with us. So in 2017, we had a men's team, and we decided to put together a youth squad so that we could compete in the youth SFE. And we actually had our first game against Melbourne City. Now, I don't know if you were around when Melbourne City was a club in futsal, James.
No, I'm pretty sure they're in A-League, man. I don't know they were in futsal, but...
Well, yeah, they had their sister futsal club come and join Futsal Oz, and they were well established in both the youth.
Right, was that actually like a thing? They had literally a Melbourne City futsal club.
Yep, they had the full kits, the full uniform. Melbourne City, and so we versed them in our first youth game, and in the 3rd minute, I believe, CJ Dollis actually produced a moment of magic, which will.
I've seen that goal. It is a crazy goal.
It's one out of your book.
I pulled them up. They're flukes for me. That looked proper naughty. That was crazy.
It was. Well, definitely, we're going to roll the reel now. Let's talk everyone through what's going on here, James.
He's intercepted the ball, taken a perfect touch to set himself up, and from halfway, he just absolutely hammered it into the top right. Unbelievable, man. It's a crazy goal.
It's a crazy top bins. Definitely top bins.
Couldn't be more top bins, Jammer. Couldn't be more top bins. Could be a little bit more, but that's pretty top bins.
He's absolutely nailed it, and that was the first goal we've scored in our youth competition. And
that's the first goal.
That was the first goal ever.
First goal ever
in the youth competition.
Top bins from halfway banger.
Bins from halfway banger, and we've got the highlight and the key moments. So CJ, we thank you for producing that moment of magic here. As you can see, it's put a smile on James's face, and
put a smile on my face.
It did, definitely. It put a smile on everyone's face down here at Preston. And we've been competing, and you've actually, been helping out the youth squad when you can.
Every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then. And a few of the senior boys will drop into the youth squad to try and help some of the youth boys gain some experience. Why don't you tell the guys how that's been panning out for you, James?
It's been good. Like, it's a bit hard some nights, being youth. It's Tuesday nights, so it's kind of in the middle of the week. And for a lot of the senior men's players, they all have work, so it's quite hard to get down. But you kind of stick it out. You want to play. I think a lot of the boys feel the same. Like, I know, Tony, Nas, they all work, and they all try to play. Like, obviously Nas doesn't now because he's no good, but. Yeah, they all try to play. So it's just one of those things. You just want to get down and just have a kick, really. All the young boys coming through, it's really good for them. And it's one way to show to Aki and the coach Nas, I'm here to play. I want to play in the men's team. So I think it's a perfect opportunity for younger kids. And for the older boys, it's good to just get down and have a kick around and, compete against really tough teams.
Definitely. I played the youth squad a couple of times. Aki forced me to get in there, and I did.
Who was that?
Back in the day.
Back in 98.
Back in 98 when FIFA was still black and white.
Yeah. Their live streams are black and white. Yeah. I remember, mate.
The only footage of me is in black and white, so I'm really showing my age there. But Aki made play in the youth squad, and I was coming into it, I thought, you know what, a bit more experience, I should be okay. But those young kids, mate, they're pretty fit, mate. They run you off your feet pretty quickly. They do. Definitely. Now, let's move into the next segment. You introduced it before, meet the players. Why don't we talk about some of the players that are dropping into this segment?
I'll do an impersonation of Tony. I'll just be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Tony."
Hey, I'm Emilio, and I'm a senior men's player at Preston Futsal Club.
What's going on, guys? My name's Stavros Fabregas, and I'm the senior goalkeeper at Preston Futsal Club.
Hi, my name's Tony McCool, and I'm a senior men's player at Preston Futsal Club.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and I'm a senior women's player at Preston Futsal Club.
Hi, I'm Danny, and I'm a senior women's player at Preston Futsal Club.
Hi, my name is Jake, and I'm a senior men's player at Preston Futsal Club.
Hi, I'm Leah, and I'm a senior women's player at Preston Futsal Club.
Hi, my name's Claudia, and I'm a senior women's player at Preston Futsal Club.
Hi, I'm James, and I'm a senior men's player at Preston Futsal Club.
Hi, I'm Jess, and I'm the #1 fan of Preston Futsal Club.
All right, guys, as you can see, you got to meet some more of our Preston men's, senior and women's players. And we also threw in one of our top fans at the end there, which was Jess Halabi. You could see that she had her face painted in there, James, couldn't you?
You can also see Tony.
Are you doing a Tony impersonation there?
Tony, yeah.
It's funny that Tony was dressed head to toe in his apparel, wasn't it?
He just loves Champion, man. What can you do? He just loves Champion.
He does. It's not as outrageous as Emilio's beard. I don't know if you saw how.
Oh, mate, he's
how
looking like
gone that is.
I don't know. Does he trim it? Does he just trim it?
I'm not too sure. It's at that point now. And
absolutely.
Some of the girls that you got to meet there, Claudia dressed head to toe in Preston gear. I don't know if she sleeps in the Preston top or not, but she's got the beanie.
Might be silly grammar. Of course she does.
She does, doesn't she? And we saw, Jess at the end there, who had her face painted. And she comes to games like that. So, yeah. Now, in the next week, you'll get to meet some more of our players, so stay tuned for that. And now let's roll into the next segment, James, which is quite an interesting one. This is the question that we've got. We've put players on the hot seat and asked them what they would do if they got sent to an island and put them in a do or die scenario. So
I really do think it's an interesting question because we've got some personalities in our team. We really do. You've got some blokes who you just know are going to get chosen. Dougie's going to get chosen, No one should choose Nas, but I think people will choose him.
Yes.
Tony won't get chosen. No chance.
He won't get chosen?
No.
Just a liability on an island.
Well, who's going to buy shoes out on an island?
That's correct.
I'm excited to see what people say.
If you were stranded on an island and you had to take 2 of your teammates with you and you had to survive in terms of getting food and shelter, and you had to survive for a significant period of time, who are you taking and why?
Jeez, yeah. Ooh, this is an interesting one, eh? Yeah. I probably want to look back at my answer to this question as well, and I'll be like, what was I thinking?
I can't pick anyone from the team because they're all hopeless when you get stranded. Busher has no sense of direction. Taylor's just gonna cry.
I think Carl would be one because he would be fearless and he would be down for a hunt and gather. he would waste no time making some makeshift spears and going for a hunt. I think he'd have the food part, and then probably...
I think like maybe Aki in there. He seems to be like a smart, forward-thinking guy. I think he'd he'd probably be coming up with ways to get out and like SOS, and he'd probably know all that.
I take Ali for the company.
Yep.
She knows how to keep me sane.
You know what? Probably Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney and Steph, that's for sure.
Who's going to bring that hunt?
Nas. For the hunt would be Nas.
I reckon probably Nas, man. He's crazy, bro. He'll kill stuff, man.
So you got Aki, critical thinking, forward thinking, and you're going to send Nas out into the wilderness and see what he brings back, mate. Like a hunting gather type person.
Proper Rambo, mate. Yeah, Nas. SAE, mate. Watch out.
Wow, I'll take Aki with me, definitely.
Yep.
Just because he seems to know what he's doing all the time.
Yep.
I'll probably take Nas with me because he would find a way to get us free. Just because he's crazy enough to think of something.
I'd like to say Aki, but he's very good and very controlled and very good at delegating, controlled environment delegating. I don't see what skills he's going to be offering in a bit of a free-for-all. Probably Doug.
Yeah, that's what I chose.
There. Yeah, I think I want Doug for some backup, a bit of support there.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he could hold his own against whatever animals he might come up on a stranded island. So Doug and Carl, one to hunt and one to protect.
Yeah, nice. I like that.
Strength-wise, Lizzie's probably the strongest. So.
But who's your second pick?
Mine. Bushra's answer was completely out there.
I thought you were gonna say Bushra for a second. I'm like, whoa, bro.
No.
You know, well, I reckon Stab, because if we get injured, Stab will be the first one there.
You wouldn't make it one night if you have any of the other girls.
We won't. We'll probably kill each other for food. To be honest with you.
I'm pretty sure you'd find Bushra sunbaking somewhere. So.
Bushra will be getting her tan on. That's for sure.
So we got some interesting answers there. We got Amina saying she would take no one. We got people choosing Aki for his organisation and just brain. Dougie for protection. Nas for hunting. I don't think he'd hunt anything, Jammer. I think he'd be scared.
Silly decision on the Nas there. I would choose Dougie. I would definitely choose Dougie.
I would choose him not only for the strength, but because he's got the most meat on him. If you get hungry, and I reckon he'd be nice enough to let you cook him. I reckon he would be nice enough.
He just give off an arm.
Mate, take my arm. It's fine. Take it. It's okay.
I've got another one.
He's like, I've got two. No, I'd definitely take Dougie. I'd take 100%. He should be in everyone's lineup, really.
He should. Now, James, let's talk about this feature segment that we've got. We have a player interview coming up next with one of your teammates that you've spent the last season with on the park.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you could say about Emilio that you could just drop in before we tackle the next segment?
I'm just gonna say, man, he's got a good beard. That's about it. Nah, look, Emilio's been a big asset to the team, and I think, he's made a difference. He scored some cracker goals. I think he's been a really good addition. So I'm excited to see this interview. We keep calling him Emilio. His name is definitely Bob Jones.
It is, isn't it?
It's Bob Jones. We keep calling him Emilio. That's just incorrect.
Well, that's his nickname for anyone who doesn't know Emilio that way. He calls himself Bob Jones. We don't know why.
We don't know why.
Let's see what Emilio's got to say during this lockdown time, and also what he's got in store for Preston when he gets back. Hey guys, I'm here with another episode of On the Bench with Preston Futsal Club, and today I've got Emilio Benjamin, or better known to his teammates as Bob Jones, and there's going to be a little more about that later on in this interview. Emilio, welcome. Thanks for coming on tonight, and why don't you tell the guys a little bit about yourself, what you do outside of futsal and what's been going on with your life currently.
Yeah, hey guys, thanks so much for having me on. Pretty much work in IT. Information technology, which is pretty cool. Do that, been doing that for a couple of years now. Pretty much just been working from home since the first lockdown, to be honest. I haven't been doing much else. There's not much to do, unfortunately. Futsal was taken away from us, but I think with most things has been taken away, so can't be complaining too much. But yeah, just sort of trying to keep sane, keep fit, and just working away. Haven't stopped, unfortunately. Everyone's had a bit of a break, but I've kept ticking along, so yeah.
Awesome. So how long have you been playing futsal?
I think when futsal was open back in Brunswick, probably 2012, I think.
That's going back quite a while. You're really showing your age.
It's going back a long time, a very, very long time, mate. I'm still young.
And what do you love about futsal?
I think it's just fast paced. It sort of reminds me of basketball. I know the comparison is a little bit silly because one is a keeper and one doesn't. But in terms of the fast pace and the end-to-end action, I guess a lot of tactical stuff, a lot of skill is based in it as well. But it's just it's fast paced, it's fun, a lot of goals, a lot of attacking, a lot of defending. It's just brilliant.
All right, let's start with your career at Preston. When did you move to Preston? What year?
Jeez, Preston, when did I do my knee? That's probably a better question. End of 2018, maybe, Jamieson?
I believe so. It was the end of 2018.
2018, I believe, but I think it's been a long time coming, if I'm being honest. The idea has been flirted, between us and my old teams, such as South Melbourne, which is folded now, and Monash, been versing each other head to head. But it has been a long time coming. So
we'll jump into some other questions, some questions that might make you choose a teammate or two, or it might really show who you would pick in certain moments on the pitch. Firstly, who's a hothead in the team? Who's someone that overreacts or finds themselves getting yellow cards or red cards throughout the season?
Or even extended periods of time on the bench or on the grandstand, as one would say.
Yeah.
Look, I love the bloke, but Nas, without a doubt, he's Mr. Hothead himself. If there was a hothead in Nas, you'd probably pick Nas to be a hothead. It's just a hothead.
Yeah, it's not too hard to get a yellow card or a red card these days in futsal, and Nas definitely racks up a few throughout the season. Do you have any highlights or individual moments throughout your futsal career? Maybe one at Preston that really stands out to you?
I think probably just playing with Preston. I think at this stage with the boys, like I mentioned, man, it's tight knit. So I think that's probably the fun memory at the minute. Until we get promoted, and then we can go from there.
Definitely.
But yeah, I want to say the volley was the volley was good though. I must admit, it's a good volley.
Volley was a great goal. I remember being in the stadium and I was actually shouting. You learned that from me, but all right. So let's talk about some advice that you would give to juniors. Anyone who's looking to get into the sport, what advice do you have?
Yeah, first thing I'd say is probably listen to the senior boys, and I know it probably gets thrown around a lot. And you obviously when you're younger, and I'm sure you were the same, and I'm the same. And you need two things. Number one, listen to the senior boys. Number two, put in the hard work. Show you want to be there, and you get your chance. It's simple as with anything in life, not just futsal, but with anything. Show you want to be there, have a right attitude, and there's no reason why you can't make it in.
I'm sure everyone wants to know, what are the two goals you've set for yourself coming back to futsal and for the Preston team and club?
Well, the first goal I think for Preston is obviously to get promoted and hit the season running. That's been the main priority since I arrived. So yeah, getting promoted will be number one for Preston. I think my personal goal, I mean, obviously I'll always develop and become a lot better in the positioning and stuff like that. But I think just mainly just getting promoted with Preston.
It's been a long time coming. We've always been up to state championship, back to state one. Played the playoff to go into SFV. We missed out, unfortunately. But I think with the right boys, with what we've got now, I think that we're going to have a good shot at this time coming, and hopefully make it in, because I think Preston does deserve to be there with all the work that Aki's done at the club. All the hard work the boys do every week, and training, game day, and obviously the stuff that you don't see behind the scenes. I think Preston does, deserve to be in SFE. And unfortunately, I might not be on the park when they join you. But it's going to be great to see. I enjoy it watching from the sidelines as much as I do being on the park with the boys. So this has been a pleasure, Emilio. We do appreciate you coming on and sharing some of your words of wisdom and your answers about who you would choose in a do or die situation on the park. I'm sure some of the boys are going to be maybe shocked with who you picked, especially the guys. I'm surprised you chose Carl, because I don't know what he'd be doing on the island other than telling jokes.
Mate, sometimes you just need that bit of bright light to get you through the day, that's all, mate. That's
exactly right. Well, this is another episode of On the Bench, Preston Futsal Club. Emilio, thanks again for coming on, and we'll chat to you guys soon.
Will do. Thanks for having me, mate. Take care.
No problem.
As you guys can see, that was Emilio Gemma. Good interview. We got to know a little bit about him. And one thing I didn't know is he worked in IT. You were telling me a story about him working in IT. Do you want to say it? Do you want to tell him?
It's funny because Emilio, proclaims he's this big IT whiz. He's good with computers. He knows what's going on. And we've been hosting these meetings on Zoom, right? And James, I just invited you via an invitation here. You jumped into Zoom quite easily. And
just click the link, mate. You click the link.
Now,
easy.
Prior to his interview, it took Emilio 25 minutes to work out how to join the Zoom meeting. So for anyone who's in IT, probably go to Emilio as a last resort. Because he just doesn't know how to get into a Zoom meeting. So.
It's hard, man. Zoom's hard. It's hard to work out, It is a very technical process.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
as you can see, you guys got to meet Emilio and catch up with him and see what he's all about on and off the park. In that interview, we did see that goal that he scored against Camfield with the volley.
It was crazy. It was a crazy goal.
It was a crazy goal.
I will admit it was a crazy goal. I won't say that to his face. He's going to see this, but I won't say it ever to his face. But I was a bit jealous of that goal. That was very nice.
Give credit when credit's due. That was an awesome goal. Emilio, I'm pretty sure.
But if the thing is, if you tell Emilio how good that goal was, his head just swells up.
Especially with the beard, it's gonna.
I think the beard just grows actually. The beard gets longer the more you gas him up.
I think it's time we wrap things up, James. It's been wonderful to have you on tonight. It's obviously made my job a lot easier. And
I'm glad.
It's been great. If you haven't already, guys, follow us on socials. What do they need to do, James? They need to hit that follow and like button on Instagram and Facebook.
Of course, subscribe on YouTube if that's your platform.
Awesome.
Or don't. It's up to you. It's fine.
It's up to you, but we'll probably annoy you anyway and get this episode out to you guys anyway.
But we know who's following us, and if you don't follow us on YouTube, we will know who you are.
And we will get you to follow us at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. And if it's a player, we will break your legs.
As you can see, that's probably the perfect send-off there. Just a minor threat to watch the next episode, guys. So tune into next week, and we've got another jam-packed episode for you guys. There's a few more questions. There's another feature interview, and James will be joining me again for On the Bench episode.
Oh, wait.
James, let's sign off, mate. I'll see you soon.
See ya.
And I've just been working from home and just living my best life, honestly.
Yeah, look, it's been hard to resist all the offers, number one. All the offers has just been real tempting, but I mean, I'm just still such a loyal guy.
Great. I'm just fantastic now, but I wasn't great at the time. But no, seriously though.
First 2 years I was a referee. I was just a social league referee. I refereed most of the boys. Refereeing math was always a problem. You'll come to you weeks later and complain about a call that you made 2 weeks ago.
I'm actually going to ask for my pay grade to increase as well.
Yeah, I think there's a few pay increases coming around.
Yeah, awesome.
Otherwise, I have to go sit on the bench somewhere else.
I have a bit of anxiety. It hasn't gone away.
Well, you've been with the club for how long now? It's been a couple of years now, so...
I'm joking. I still message Aki sometimes. I'm like, am I still on the team?
Since, 2017, 2018, back at Preston United was a thing.
Preston United was a thing, yeah. Not many people know that.
Preston United was a thing, yeah.
And I'm obviously best on the team. I just want to put it out there. Like,
nod my head and not say anything.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought.
Hey, my name's Emilio, and I'm a senior men's bench warmer at Preston.
Sorry, can you hear my dog?
Hey, my name's Emilio, and I'm a senior men's water boy at Preston Futsal Club.